Hello and welcome back to game 4 of the rapid increase. So the last 3 games we've done have all been wins, so hopefully we can go 4 for 4. It was a bit close last game, but luckily one mistake, we had saved it, but this time let's see if we can carry that on. So we have a 1630 from, I believe that is Iran. So we are going to play d4, we're going to play the Queen's Gambit. So, just using openings that we've been playing from the learn the openings. Now, is he going to play, or is this going to be someone who aborts the match? No, he's not. He's going to play d5. So we are going to return with c4, our classic. Now he's going to play the declined. So we're now going to follow that up with knight to f3. So he's going to straight away go back there, so we're going to immediately bring a pin. Remembering this from our Learn the Openings and all the videos we've been going over it. So, knight to d7, this could be going to b6. Now I say what we do first is we're going to bring this knight out now. They might play a pin soon. I think that gives us a queen c2 soon. We're looking at e3 and playing bishop to d3 after. That pin doesn't worry us, he's blocked that off yet. I'm not too worried about that. A move like this isn't the worst for us at all. We just trade off. And this is a semi-Slav-like position with these 2 pawns here. He's going to struggle getting this bishop out. Most likely will end up on a6. So here we're going to play bishop to d3. What they might do now is capture, but he's going to castle first. We're now going to play queen c2. So we've now got this nice line up here. A capture is kind of imminent, but he's still not doing it yet. He's going to ruin his pawn structure for this. So we just come back, but he might make another risk and push up even more, in which case we have an idea of castling queenside and having a full-on attack. But he's going to trade first, as expected. This push is seeming likely. And what happens here is that he's going to probably push here, and we can't push here because this pin yet. So we might just come back and try and go to f4. So this does look very likely. But he's going to Franchetto first. So I think we do castle now. I think just to get that out of the way, get king safety. So he's looking at a very strong attack here. Now I say we could probably do this, but he has 2 here, but he gets rid of the pin. So to me, I'm not too bad about that. This knight can soon come in as well. And our pawn and our rooks are protecting each other, whereas his rook is protected by a bishop and a queen. So, about 20 seconds down in time, but here we go. A little bit even middle game, maybe we're a little bit behind with these pawns, but I still think we have a lot on. So he's looking at pushing this pawn soon. Now we could try something here, but this bishop's kind of stopping us. So we are going to have a little bit of struggle here. So the best way to probably is to actually play our rook here, and we might have to take the queen off this line. But if he does push, we also have got to admit that this pawn will go soon as well with it. So we're going to get our rook to c1, very natural square these two to go on. And he's going to push now, okay. So we most likely will have to capture here, otherwise we lose the pawn, and then we're just going to move the knight back. I think is the strongest solution here. Now, just before, just going to have a quick think. Can we put the knight here? We can bring it in, but it does look a little risky. But it does attack here, and it does look quite strong getting onto this knight. So it does look like a very valuable move that we might actually play here. I think we will, because it stops this push as well. Move like this might be soon done, but here we go. He's going to push now, so he's got 1, 2, 3, while we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can actually take here, which I think we have to do. But the only issue here is if we go through it, take, 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 take. Now here we are actually going to be level, so we can push. But we've got to be worried about this, so we might actually have to go here instead. And again, we don't really want this to capture, because obviously we're on the back foot. So we might go here straight away now. This is a little bit concerning, but we might have to take. We're using a little bit extra time here, which isn't the best. So I think we're just going to move out the way. Have no risk, but we have got to be careful now. This might have been the mistake pushing this here, but we can protect it with our pawn, so we are not in a bad position here. You can't push, we've got enough pieces to defend that, and now we're stopping the double pawn, which might have been good in the long run if we got our king and our rook attacking the king, but we can't fight it as always. So he's going to go a bit aggressive now with the queen. I think that is almost forcing this move. We could play bishop there, but I do not like it. So I think we are just going to push the pawn. It does lock the queen in a little bit. He might play this bishop move soon, but I think we can actually stop that with this rook, now that we have so many defenders on this c4 square as well. I think what we should do in the next few moves as well is reroute this bishop and create an attack with knight e4, or knight e5 should I say, because this move here can cause a little bit of threat here. We might get a bit of a trade going off here, so just got to be careful. About a minute behind on the time though, but hopefully we can make that up in the middle to end game. So, waiting for him. He's probably having a deep think, because there's ideas that he has many of like pushing this bishop. You know, he's got this knight maybe soon to come in, but also where his queen's going to go. That is a big thing, because his queen can always get stuck. You know, if he tries to go to c7, we could get tempos, you know, bring this bishop back, for example. So, and also he doesn't want to bring his queen back to c7, because like the idea we had when we had the queen on c2, we'll be able to capture. But we have actually gained our time back now. So hopefully we can now, in this second part of the game, try and change it around. And maybe, just maybe, try and get the edge over here. Now it looks like at the minute we've got a little bit of a queenside attack going on. Hopefully we can try and convert that to the king side. Now he's going to play a knight move here, which already looks terrifying, but he's obviously looking at trying to get the knight to this square. Now, I think if we capture first, he has to capture back with a knight, and then we could play like a push move here, which stops it from happening. So I think that is the best scenario. So we're not even going to second guess that. Now, I think push here is the most valuable here. We could even put the bishop into this square, actually. That might even be better, trying to like lock hold all of it, but this pawn move might try and have to get rid of some sort of development on that king. So I think we're going to carry on with this, because it does stop both of these knight moves. And maybe we can play this after, get a rook to protect this pawn with the queen. If there is capture as well, I won't capture his rook, because that would just give him an open file. We will just capture with the knight here, and actually look to progressing maybe the knight even to b5, looking to get all the way down to d6 perchance. So he's going to capture. We're going to try and use the time on our side now with that so. Now our knight is unprotected, so we've got to be careful here what happens. Now we can bring the knight to the square, we said, because it is protected with the bishop, and this knight may try to go just to e5 soon. But let's get this here, looking at a kind of fork that might just trade bishop and knight. We really would like to move this knight soon, but it is actually kind of stopping this queen a little bit, so it's not in the worst scenario. So we just got to be careful of this bishop move, sorry, this knight move should I say, because then we're going to have to move our bishop most likely. To be fair, we could actually offer the trade here, it is not the worst. He's going to use this knight. Now he could go aggressive here and kind of force it to capture us, or there is other ideas, but this might look like the best scenario for us, although this pawn will become quite undefended, so we might play this rook here first, so after this capture our rook protects here, so we are going to do that. So little bit crowded this position, don't really like it so much, but we have got other moves soon. Just got to be careful, obviously these two can be forked quite easily, for example. Now this bishop move is another one that I did not like the look of, but this might be a bit more of a sacrificial thing here by the looks of it. Is there anything we can do here to stop this. Now we can play our rook all the way up here, and I think we have to stop this, because after capture and capture we have to put some threat onto here, and it looks like our rooks might have to double up. Now he really should have probably played f4 there, would have been a smart solution, but can't always make the right moves in the right time. So obviously always trying to look at this pin, but a1, but he's not protected, so we don't want to move the knight, otherwise we'll just lose it. But also there's moves like this we've got to be careful of, but I think we can just go all the way across then or something with the queen protecting it, so it's quite good. I think f4 is looking like a reasonable move, but here is a very, very weird move, as if we capture, they capture, we capture. So we win a knight here. Now this obviously is looking at this pin here, but obviously our queen is attacking them, so they're going to have to sort that out first. With queen takes here, then knight takes. Now they might do this, but then our knight's protecting it, so that after the queen takes, it's very confusing here. I think we can honestly just capture here, and we're going to go with the capture. We're going to have to take it. Now I believe here, being 2 points down, we can still capture here now, as our knight is protecting the bishop. So we actually have just about won a piece here. His tactic has sadly not worked, and I think we can try and now converse this game, and he will resign. So very, very tough position here, and we're able to scrape through now. So we're going to do a game review just to have a little look. There's our new rating is now 1679, as an 81.6% rating, or percentage, shall I say. So very good. Now obviously playing very many book moves here, so we actually got very far into the opening. This was as far, and queen c2 was the only move that went off of the book. And here, as we just play a few more moves, maybe a6 not being the best, maybe just moving the rook. I think I was worrying a bit too much about this threat. They didn't like the knight move the best, they wanted to swap off. They said we should have taken. I think there was options of that. Wow, also taking there. So this is a blunder. We play the great move here. Although I did say about this bishop move, and we didn't look at it at the right time. Now my guess is because this bishop move forces some sort of thing. They're saying to capture here. I think in the long run we just have a little bit better off here. But I still like this move. It does say we're about a point down yet, but this is where it now gets a bit more even. They still didn't like this, they wanted us to capture. I didn't really like to capture in this position. And this is a blunder, as they did not play the right move, as he did it in the wrong order. So we're very lucky there, we had an escape. I should have really saw that, as just to show you guys, after this capture, this here is pretty much a we are forced to do this. Now I'm just trying to see, I believe, I would like to say, I think that they're just going to attack the queen here and probably just push us away, and they're going to be able to win this knight in a very load of moves, but it does look very long in that. Now we're able to play the best move here, and this is a miss, which luckily was able to find the best move. Although this was a miss, they wanted us to just to take immediately, but after this capture they missed capturing here. So very lucky in the end, I'll be honest again. Although as I say that, it's always that tactic there. We both was 4 minutes left. I kind of had to make a reasoning behind it. I thought that it didn't work. We looked at it, it just about didn't work, and I'm able to scrape through. So hopefully you enjoyed that game. Now we're up to 1679. My guess is that the next game, if we win, we have a chance of 1700, but maybe I'm starting to slowly lose the amount of points that I'm getting. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Thank you, and bye bye.